How do we find equivalent fractions? Let's find out. Find the missing number that makes these fractions equal. 1/4 equals how many eighths? In this example, we are missing the numerator in the second fraction. Let's use a model to help us. This model shows one whole separated into 4 equal parts. One of the 4 parts is shaded, so the model represents 1/4. How can we use our model to show equivalent fractions with eighths? By splitting the rectangle horizontally, the model is now separated into 8 equal parts, or eighths. The same portion of the model is still shaded, but the shaded amount is now 2 parts that are 1/8 in size, so 1/4 equals 2/8. Do you see a relationship between the numerators and denominators? Looking at the denominator of 4, we multiply by 2 to get the denominator of 8. Similarly, the numerator of 1 is multiplied by 2 to get the numerator of 2. The value of the fraction did not change, we just wrote it a different way. Let's look at another example. Find the missing number that makes these fractions equal. This time, let's use number lines to model these fractions. To show 4/10, we'll divide the first number line into 10 equal parts and draw our point after the 4th part. We want to make an equivalent fraction using our second number line, so we'll place a point directly below the first point. The numerator of our equivalent fraction is 2, so we'll only need 2 parts between 0 and our point. The second number line is now split into 5 equal parts, and the point represents 2 of the 5 parts. So what fraction is shown on the second number line? That's right, 2/5. Since both points are the same distance from 0, the fractions they represent are equal. Do you notice the relationship between the numerators and the denominators? The numerator of 4 is divided by 2 to get 2, and the denominator of 10 is divided by 2 to get 5. 4/10 equals 2/5. Great job! Let's look at one last example. Find the missing number that makes these fractions equal. Let's use number lines to model these fractions. Looking at our denominators, we have 4 and 12. For the denominator of 4, divide the first number line into 4ths. For the denominator of 12, divide the second number line into 12ths. On the second number line, we'll draw our point after the 9th part to show 9/12. We want to make an equivalent fraction using our first number line, so we'll draw a point directly above the point for 9/12. The point is drawn after the 3rd part of a number line split into 4 parts. So what fraction is shown on the first number line? That's right, 3/4. 3/4 equals 9/12. Do you notice the relationship between the numerators and denominators? We divide the denominator of 12 by 3 to get 4, and we also divide the numerator of 9 by 3 to get 3. Awesome work! Now it is your turn to try some examples on your own.